Good evening, viewer. Today this is the second video of the today. We are discussing coronavirus, an epidemic, pandemic, and its impact on the world. And time is around 17 p.m. in the evening, 20th March 2020. The first point which we are supposed to discuss today is criminal negligence of China by not disclosing to the world about coronavirus in the time, or Chinese virus, Wuhan virus, whatever the name you can call. Resulting impact is that China tried to hide the fact, by not disclosing to the world. The doctor initially who disclosed the fact was made to sign a declaration that his statement was wrong. He was arrested and virtually he was declared dead by coronavirus. Now nobody knows he died by coronavirus. Autopsy, international observer must have been appointed. Body must have been sent to the international arena for a post-mortem, and whether he was killed or he died. Even if it is he died, why he was kept in such a place? He was himself a doctor. How can he be died by the coronavirus? Now the question arises. It was said he was arrested. Then it was said after being arrested he was taking care of a patient. Very strange features comes out. So we request the world community to take care of this one. Then two journalists who came by declaring themselves a public journalist, and then they started posting the pictures of patients fainting, dying, or falling on the floor, or sick. And these two journalists were also now lost, and probably they may be killed or they may be cremated. No record will be found. It means 3 deaths took place. Now this is since internal matter, internal court will take care. But since on time the information has not been given to the international community, the next big question arises. If international community would have been given information that coronavirus has or a disease has spread, unknown disease, so you don't import the goods from us, we are not sending the goods, or we are taking after only disinfecting the goods, our export will send it, or will take particular precautions, or you take precautions from other countries not to import from us, or take a substitute import from other country, then this country would have been saved. Italy, which has been recording at least 3,400 deaths today on 20th March, means 19th March last day, they might not have suffered heavily. Now the question is, entire Europe is suffering because they are having a Chinese goods import. Chinese tourists, Chinese goods has brought the Wuhan virus, Chinese virus, and coronavirus to this. Then we have America also suffering. America also have an import of Chinese goods and Chinese tourists. So this has completely destroyed the American, Canadian, European, Australian, New Zealand, and even it has come to India. India is successful to control it only because of a climate and Narendra Modi. We must admit Narendra Modi factor and the climate both are in our favor. Now the question arises, can in Europe a class action can begin, and can a government to government level action can take place? What will be the magnitude? Now third point which we will discuss over here is the death in Europe is very high, America, Australia, and the resulting impact will be a class actions which the people and community can able to take, or the workers group can able to take. Now worker lost the job, pain, mental pain, suffering, they can take a class actions. Business community can take a class actions or a compensation claim. Government can seize the property of the Chinese firms or Chinese government and auction it. Now China has invested heavily in America in a government bond. American government can the government of America can seize, take control of that assets of the China? This is the another discussion point. Then large number of deaths in Europe. You know very well, in insurance claim of the Europe is very high. Even if you take at $1 lakh per person's death claim, means insurance claim. So nearly 10,000 deaths will take place and sickness. 1 lakh sick and death is equal to and death. Total cost, even if you take 1 lakh into 1 lakh dollar, that amount to um, 10 um, 10,000 million billion 10,000 million dollar. 10,000 million means um, 10 billion dollar compensation claim can be raised. um, Lakhs, even if you take a 1 lakh dollar per person into 1 lakhs, that will be a huge amount. Can that amount will be taken into custody from China? Next, loss to the trade is of a huge magnitude. According to the appearing figure today, a rough estimate which we can get it for 3 months, or American Donald Trump said for 6 months. If it goes to the 6 month, it may amount to 10 to 15 trillion losses to the some big countries, not a small countries. I say, even if it is 10 trillion or 15 trillion, whatever it may be, because repair cost will be much more than that what has been cost the loss actually, because rebuilding or coming to that again it will take a huge further expenditure. Workers need package to keep them at a same level. So that class actions, governmental actions, loss to the enterprises, loss of the activities. No, this is not a God's created disease. The disease is created by China. Negligence, criminal negligence is there in Chinese government not to inform to the other part of the world. So there is a action possible from Europe, even from India it is possible. Then most of the countries are in a lockdown state. Actual curfew is there in Spain, Portugal and Italy. America also partial curfew is there. So emergency there, curfew is there, 144 is there. So every country use their different tactics. So in Maharashtra sometimes we impose 144. So Pakistan also impose 144, means 5 or more people, means 4 or more people, means 5 people cannot collect. It means crowd should not gather. Now what is consequence of destructions and economy and shutdown and curfew? The losses will be huge. It will be, I think, it may run into 10 and more trillion. Then will the world will impose so much, 10 to 20 trillion. This is the initial figure. It may go up further. So will that amount of will be imposed on China? Then we have a actually it is a time for international community to sit and find out a solution for this kind of actions. With some countries are responsible, criminal negligence, and this led to the complete shutdown of the world economy. With this I am leaving this tape. World community to think whether the world is responsible or not, and whether some action can be possible or not. If it is possible, what kind of actions? Who can take actions? Whether it's a country's court or international court. American and European courts are quite capable. We have seen in past. And we think some actions are necessary. Okay, viewers.